Peace, 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 greetings. Man, let me see what we can do. Background music. Okay. See, I can switch it up. Okay. Pause. More. Wallpaper. Y'all had to do a quick video right quick. American Negro is not from Africa. Prove me wrong. This is your chance to prove me wrong, and I'm putting the face on it. Shout out to everybody who seeing this live. I'm putting the face on it. American Negro is not from Africa. Prove me wrong. With your supreme data. Life did not start in Africa. Is going to be the next live stream. Calling yourself black is an English term. You are accepting these English terms. You're not a Creole. You should be speaking a Creole language. Because you're not English. Like Haitians speak Creole. They got their own language. That's classified. You don't. English is ran by England. Negro go back to Creole. American Negro is not from Africa. The inheritance of serum haploglobin types in American Negroes evidence for a third allele. That means your DNA is different than the typical African. Haploglobin. So they always talked about haplogroups and DNA. Well, the globin or the haploglobin in your blood is different than Africans. There's evidence. It says it right there. You can read the screen right there. Look down. The inheritance of serum haploglobin types, a third allele. That's not normal because humans are a diploid organism. They're typically diploid, but the American Negro is triunal. So I'm just coming with science. I'm specifying Negro because it says it right here on the study. Negroes with an ES. Negroes with an ES. Shout out to Vicky. Shout out to Julia. Shout out to Andreas, Solis, Michael, Omar from Senegal. And the out of Africa theory has already been debunked. You know, the out of Africa theory has been debunked. Facts. Out of Africa has been debunked. We can go over that. And since everybody in the world is focused on us and keeping us black and color, all these different colors, they want to separate us by light and dark. We're American. We're from the land and the state we were born in. They want to do everything in their power to keep you from claiming the state. Thumb up the video, heart the video, because they can't refute it. It ain't like you can refute it. Why not thumb up the video? Because this is very important. This is more important than anything. These topics right here, why they want to shut down this platform and nobody can debunk what I'm showing. You have never heard this before. So I come from a scientific community that specializes in research for just like this, and we debate on these topics. This can't be refuted. You're from the land of America and your DNA is different than Africans. We're not disrespecting Africans. We just want specificity. We want you to be specific about what Africa mean, what black mean. Why do you accept these English terms if Africa is the motherland? Why do you want us to accept these English terms, these colonist terms? So we're not buying it. We're questioning everything. And American Negroes are definitely not from Africa if Australian Aboriginals are not from Africa. So yeah, share the live. Share the live if you can. I'll post it up on my other communities right quick. over something. Um, I'm from America. That is this my land. It's just that simple, first of all. Because when you get land, you got land. You got to protect it. It don't matter what some DNA state. It's about what you represent and where you pledge your allegiance. We pledge our allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, not Africa. We pledge our allegiance to America. And they're trying to use psychology on us. And I'm gonna give y'all. I didn't want to do this video. I wanted to do the video with I think her name is Nikki Haley, or the governor of New York, the senator, one of them, where she says the black kids of the Bronx has never even heard the word computer. So what they're doing is they're trying to get you to start conversations on the term black. And that's why I'm just going to do this video. This is going to be a short video. This is not going to be a long video because I'm going to do a special video later about the politician woman who said the black children never heard the word computer. See, they want you to accept these terms instead of being an American. You're an American and you're from the place that you reside and you vote based off, the merit of the politician that's running. They want to keep you trapped in these terms and we're done with it, and they got to deal with us on an adult level. Because if you don't think like an adult, they're not going to deal with you like an adult. They're going to treat you like a minority. So we just keeping the language basic. The inheritance of serum haploglobin types in American Negroes, evidence for a third allele. This article you can find online and you can read about it yourself. But there's undisputed evidence that we look a certain type of way as indigenous Americans. As you can see, I got my own look, my own skin color. I have a round nose and brown eyes. I got the waves, but I'm not a black man. They'll just write you off as a black person and you supposed to just accept it instead of, practicing your culture and your lineage, knowing your lineage. You're not supposed to let somebody name you because you scared. You wake up scared out of your drawers. Everywhere you go, you're just scared and shy. And somebody is walking up calling you blacks and colors and you just rolling with it. That don't make no sense. Anybody can hop up here because I think you got to prove me wrong. Anybody can hop up here. You know what I'm saying? I think the link is up there. Let me see. Okay, anybody want to hop up here and prove me wrong? We're not from Africa. People like me are not black. And we are American, and history and politics has separated us of skin color. You are from the state that you are born in. As a state citizen, you become a national when you live abroad and you establish yourself abroad. You become a national. Okay, I appreciate you tuning in, though, Mocha. That's me. I appreciate you. But I'm just saying, prove me wrong that the American Negro is from Africa. I'm saying the out of Africa theory is debunked already, and this is just a video to present myself in the community to speak up, so y'all will know globally that they're just using these terms black and white to separate us, to create divisions that they can tax separately. Because there's certain laws protecting us, and we not executing the law in America. If we execute the law in America, together we can get so much done. That's why the old world was so built up. We had those mega buildings because we always worked together. We didn't have colors back then. But American indigenous culture is obviously a certain culture that we practice right now today with the technology, the river systems, knowledge of the water, and the science of the stars is American because it's called Western, the Westerners. It's, the so-called Egyptians said that they got their knowledge from the West. So when we look at the West, we looking at Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Island, Australia, South America, North America. That's the West. What's called the Prime Meridian and the Maghreb. I'm going to do a video on that. Look up the Maghreb. Maghreb means west, and they replaced that word with Arab. When they got over here with the colonization, they called the people Indians, which is a Christian word for baptized Christian. So all these new terms got people confused, and you keep accepting these terms. That's what got you confused because you're not the leaders, and then you're not in the know. So you automatically follow. A lot of people don't have the fortitude to research on their own and to authenticate and authorize, certain topics. They don't have the fortitude, so they follow. You don't you don't be a follower and repeat someone else's research and make a claim because it could be incorrect. So as we can see on the screen, you can read that I'm sharing that with y'all. And I don't have a lot of time, but y'all need to catch on to the language that's being used in America. And that's how politicians are able to divide y'all and segment and zone y'all out for taxation. So I'm bringing facts on personal and cultural understanding that affect all of y'all. Because if you think you're a black or a white, just imagine the political jurisdictions that's under, because that's not a nationality. And you're wondering why the immigrants can just come up in here freely. The immigrants can come up in here because they have nationality.
I mean, yeah. Mm.
Shout out, brother. What's going on?
Man, what is this? American Negro, not from Africa.
Right.
Uh, yeah, what is all about now?
Okay. So in America, they basically for the last 100 years has been teaching, our people are blacks, calling us colors. And in the 1980s, it was a theory called the out of Africa theory, right? Have you ever heard of that?
No,
Okay, in America, where are you from, brother?
Jamaica.
Okay, Jamaica, that's in the islands, right? So
Yeah.
in America, in the school system, they have something called out of Africa. They teach that every man in life started in Africa. So what I'm saying is that's been debunked. That's not the truth. And the people they call the American Negroes in North America, the Mississippian people, they are not from Africa either, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
have the evidence for that. So that's where I'm coming from. And on my screen, if you can see up there and read it, it says the inheritance of serum haploglobin types in American Negroes. That's our DNA evidence that we are different than West Africans. So that means we've been living amongst each other in the Mississippi and Creek, in Illinois, Great Lakes. We've been living amongst each other for thousands of years by ourselves, So we don't have no African DNA that they're trying to force on us. So what I'm saying is people got to stop calling us African. We got to call ourselves our own name. Like y'all are Jamaican Americans. We can't be black and Negro Americans. We got to have our name that go back to our ancestors, right?
Well, I do understand all of what is pushing and the narrative and everything, but really and truly, I don't play a part of what this world has created
Right,
because we are going to die. Separate from that, money has no value. All right, separate from that, this place is just messed up by same mankind. Doesn't care who they are or where they're from, because they have leaders for each country, right?
right.
And they are the one that disperse the money, right? And look at all the countries right now, messed up. And yet still you have leaders who supposed to run the country. So what's going on? Yeah, I do understand this and what people say, but my advice, I just leave them alone and just don't pay them no mind, because it doesn't matter who comes here. The tax is still gonna raise, the economy is still going to be in a shamble, and you're still gonna have people on the street and nobody cares.
Yes, I
Only
agree.
a very few cares, like the ones them doing their little help what they can, because whatever they have and help with. Because I do the same, I do donation, I help the homeless, but I do it on my own. I don't watch what the other person doing or what the other person not doing. Because you're still gonna have this problem which has been going on years before now. So it's not something I really try to stress about or try to even elaborate about more than say my 2 senses to it, saying, yeah, I do agree what people trying to do, trying to get the right thing done, right? The groups of people trying to get in the right thing done and have the place set the right way for society to move forward with everybody. But you still have this nonsense sense of group where still have this same old nonsense sense of narrative still going on with it. And until when that nonsense sense of group can turn and do something more positive, we won't stop have these stuff because mankind is so lie. They just get up every day and say the same thing and they do not know why they tell a lie.
Right.
They so dishonest, them even dishonest with them own self. Them even lie to them own self. These so-called man were in a society place, they call themselves politician and leaders of society. I mean, if everybody will just ignore them and do not vote, then they will see what I'm talking about. Because we the people same one that they come around and said okay want us to vote for them, we the people the same one they come around and get us to go in the police force for them, we the people same one them turn around and use us against each other.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
you still have yeah, because let me tell you something. You see why I don't like some of these topics? I will say some things and I know that everybody have their own opinion to say and stuff, right? So when you look at the system in America, okay, fine, the system is there, but you have people from every background in the system, and a very few with side with the right thing, and the other few gonna side with the wrong thing, and it doesn't care where they're from. It doesn't care where they're from because every human being is a sellout.
Right.
Every yeah, I'm going to sell it either good or I'm going to sell it either bad. And you're going to buy one of them. It's just to do the right thing. Because fighting won't give you compensation. Will never give you compensation. Fighting only give you stress, war, and bloodshed. And total chaos. Because after fight you have to rebuild. Rebuild what was already built, but because of the fight is tore down. Whether it be the physical building or the physical relationship. Right? And nobody tried to see beyond that. Listen, the damage is already done, the pain is still there, but I mean, who it affects, let's deal with who it affects, and who it doesn't affect, let it don't affect them. They
Right.
don't do that. They still push the same thing, right? And everybody knows about money now and knows a little about having money. It's not wealth because you'll never be wealthy. You're going to die, leave everything. Doesn't care if you're from the Rothschild all the way down to the poor man's son. You're going to die, leave everything. But having and accumulating all of these things, the schools can change with these. The prison system can change with these. The health system can change with these. The housing system is an easy thing to change because what? 1 acre of land can give you how many houses? Okay, say you're not going to put houses on the 1 acre of land. How many building with a 2 bedroom housing or a 3 bedroom housing unit you can put on a 1 acre land? How many family members that you took off the street of 1 acre of land? They don't see it like that. They only see a system where they want people to be still like a work ants. They get up in the morning till in the evening. And who's supposed to go on the night shift do the same thing? And then you have now my son come in at the politics and still carry on the same stupid stuff. Because that's what I see always happening, been happening and keep on happening. You check any one of the politicians them right now in any country, their kids are also involved in the politics. Right? And their kids already know what the father and who's have already done in politics. And what do? They come and they do what they want to do because what they see, they just carry out with and finish and then add to what they can add and transform what they can transform. So this system will never get better. Because show you this. This topic you discuss is a good topic, right? Try bring that in the school. Try bring that in the school. You're going to have a fight. Because it won't just come in the school like that unless they authorize it. Not the school board. But who is governing the school board? Because the school board has to beg somebody for money. And that's the one pushing the narrative. Because if I'm going to give him money, you have to push this one for me. And I am the only one you can come and get the money from. You know, because that's how it is being set up. Until you get rid of federal, before anything can be getting rid of. Because America doesn't control their money, the federal control it. And that's why they have to keep on going to the federal and borrow money and beg money and borrow money and beg money. America, people might want to say this and say that, but what I know and the little what I know not to fuck with that country. And anybody think, anyhow they want to think and have America as a stupid place, they can continue. My best advice to them, leave fucking America alone. Find somewhere else and somewhere better to go. That place will never be more than what you see it is, because it is controlled not by the US government, it is controlled by the federal.
Right. That's true.
I'm telling you, the only way Americans can be better, this applies to the one who is on pension, not me and you who is still working. Leave that place when it's time for you to get your pension and find some other country you could live more comfortable and enjoy your money. Because America is in a fight to be the strongest in the world with currency. Britain will always, furthermore, you speak of the colonizers. The people in America, the colonizers, are Britain. The people in Canada, the colonizers, are the British. So it will never change. And what do? They make sure secure the most vulnerable part of anything, control the money. Without them say let it go, it will never let go. You only going to have a debate. That's how it is. The queen has died. Now the king is in charge of Canada and any other Commonwealth or any other country that bears the crown of Britain, of England. Right? So saying that America, yes, but who America stands with all the times and who stands with America all the time? England. Because they are all European that came and colonized the place, and they're not going to let it go. And I tell people, leave them alone. Don't want to get America on the side they're not supposed to get them on. Because they answers to nobody. America, like it or like it not, America answers to nobody. Anyone they want, they will go wherever and get them. But you try come in America to get somebody. Unless America say, okay, you can get that person. But you just try. Do like what America do. Just go places and do that. You just try come America and do that. You go sorry the day you ever do that. Your family going sorry too. And the generations before you and after you going sorry. So yes to all of these talking, But my saying is this. The politician will never do anything different. And it changed now. You have black, white, Hispanic, everybody in politics. And everybody is only in there for the benefit of themselves.
Right.
It can change. A politician get more pay than me and you. Even though they pay more tax than me and you because their paycheck high. Because the higher your paycheck, the more you're going to pay in taxes, right? But which one of them ever take the time out and go in any one of those neighborhood and even have as much as a kid street or a Christmas street and spend the whole day in the neighborhood helping out people. Doesn't matter what you want to do for help them. A glass of water, pass a broom, it doesn't matter what. Move a stone, wipe the car glass. It doesn't matter what. Which one of them ever do that? None. But watch when election time come. People, the people's gonna be who they are.
Right.
They won't like you because you're woken up to what is going on. They won't like me either. But we still have to dwell in their society to get what we want and to go where we want. Because why? This is how it's built. We have to use the money for what the money can use for, because days of swapping stuff with each other, that's long gone. Right? So now comes the money, is what them use and control everybody. And then how them take away the money from you faster than anything else? Tax. So you might have $500 and you're spending it. The first penny you spend, if it's 100 plus tax, you don't have $400 anymore. You have $300 and something dollars. Then you try to spend another $100 again. You don't have $300, you have 200 and something dollars. But mind you, that 200, the rest of something dollars is the tax that's spent with the 200. Right? And then at the end of the day, where your money went. Because everything you buy is taxed from your paycheck all the way to the last spending. And they keep the people like that, and the people do not see it. Each time them raise up the inflation, why people can't say no? Because they can't do without. Because first thing, how they set the place, you don't have anywhere around you to do any type of farming. You don't have anything to do any type of farming. What are you going to plant? While the other farmer out there have a bigger space can do farming. So why you didn't sell the people with a space property where them can have a farming garden, where you force people to farm to keep down the price of grocery? Not saying you won't buy grocery, no, but you're being forced to farm to keep the spending pocket low. No, they don't do that. They put them in high-rise building, gated community, and with rules and restriction. So you only can have something in a flower spot. You cannot have something in the ground. So, squirrel and the critter, them gonna walk anywhere. So what if you even want to plant an apple tree just for the raccoon to come climb and pick out the squirrel? You don't have nowhere to do it. You have to go buy it in the store. And then now, you cannot leave food outside for the animals, because then you're going to be harboring the critter, right? Yeah, this thing is messed up, man. And it's easily fixed. But because of the mental of them, they will never fix it, because this is the thing. I don't know what with human nowadays, thinking that if I'm doing something like driving a trailer, I shouldn't help you that you can drive a train. You must not drive a train. I must make sure you're not supposed to drive any at all. It cannot work. You need somebody to drive the train because I'm already driving the trailer. And you still need somebody to drive the trailer when I'm tired. So they don't do it like that. They do it like, oh yeah, no. And then this is why you have so many trucking company having problem finding drivers, and the goods can't get delivered, because nobody wants to help no one reaching there, because they think that, okay, if they help you, you taking what they're supposed to get. Now, how the hell you going to take what someone's supposed to get? How can you do that? So them just mess them up. The whole thing start from try tell the child to learn what is negative and positive in terms of communication with people and discussion with people, and try to see the best thing are the long-term stuff, not the short-term, because what happened, the world has grown a whole lot compared to what they thought it would be.
That's good advice. I'm gonna be real, cause I'm a sharp shooter. I go hard when it comes to getting things done. But your perspective, long term, we gotta understand the effects of our decisions. You feel me? And
Right.
that's why I'm sitting here listening to you, so the audience can see the sense you making. So I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. So
Yeah, because you're still going to have the debate of what them supposed to do because it's their duty, you know. It's their
Right.
moral duty. That's what they're getting paid for. That's what they signed up for,
Right.
right? But if you going to hold them accountable, you still have to watch that circle you're in because a lot of them inside there is not standing up for a long term or a beneficial for human being. Them only there for themselves. And I've seen it so many times where people really do not care. They just come and they say what they have to say, and then after they get that said, that's it. It's just like you have 20 friends walking with, and you got $20 million, and you have the 20 friends, and each one of them you call one by one in a room, and you give them an envelope, and all the envelope is the same size, but different weight. You understand? And then what will happen out of that when everybody get an all said and done? Remember, in that 20 friend, you have some that is like this. So they're going to ask, hey, what you get? Some will talk, some won't. But when some hear that one get 10 and the other only get 5, and then when that person go look and see him only get 3, you see where problems start right there. While if you did just, okay, all 20 friends come in, no envelope, 10, 10, 10, 10 each, everybody would have to get the hell out and go. Because it was equally shared. It was equally dispersed. But if you don't equally disperse it, and then when times come for that person to spend, how they will get what they're supposed to get done? Because if a person is supposed to get, say, 20, and you give them 15, and 20 was supposed to do the stuff, now how you look at yourself knowing that they're supposed to get 20 and you give them 15? You really want them to fail? Because how they going to get the other 5? Where they going to get the other 5 from? After you hold back that 5 from them. So, you really need people to understand, unite, and say, listen, the only way we can send a clear message to these politicians is wait till election day come up for them and do not vote. I do not care which side you're on. Just do not vote and you will see what the outcome is. But the moment you go vote, you're going to have a winner or a loser. And it's not about a winner or a loser. It's just that you want to see the outcome of what happened when nobody votes for one. And see what they have to go around the table to go sit down and discuss and say, oh, these people haven't voted for any one of us, not even the opposition party. Yeah, not until that done before people can know, say, okay, oh, so this is the power we have? Well, yeah. But if you don't come together to use it, because that power cannot fire by itself, it have to fire by everybody. So if you don't come together to stand up, just like what you talking about on the topic, if everybody don't come together to stand up for that, still going to have chaos and problem. Because what they're going to do, they're going to assess it and say, oh, it's just a few people over here, and it's just a few people over there, and everybody is divided. Because once you have a few here, a few there, a few there, you have to put all of them together for them to come one. So once a few is spread out, it's division right there. And until you can control the division, then you will control something. Because it's just like with Martin Luther, Malcolm X. Division was right there in the party and they didn't know, they didn't see it. Right? Because what? They're pushing the narrative they want to push. But the division was right there. And, because what? Like what I say, I go and sell you 2 things and you go either buy one, good or bad. And they bought the bad. It's just like with Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey could have done a whole lot for the Americans, for the Africans, for the entire black nation. So it doesn't have to be an African for involved in the black nation. Black mean it doesn't care where you are in the world.
Right.
You're part of this movement.
Right.
Doesn't care how far you is in the world. As long as you're on the world, you're part of the movement. You don't have to be tied up with it to be associated, but just to let you know, okay, We going to do this, we going to do that. Because a lot of things black people do, but it's the same other black persons sell it out. Because the mental is weak. It's just like how they trick the Indians them and give them alcohol and pops and all of them and pox and kill them off and drunk them off. Because them use the mental on them. And see how you can get them weakness. And that's what them do. Right? So all of these things can work out if we have somebody that say, yo, not if we have somebody, if everybody come together and unite. But they won't, because what they're going to say, oh, I got my child to take care of. I got my daughter to think of. I got my this to think of. Okay, so let me ask you a question. How old are you and how old is your daughter? Okay, you're not going to outlive your daughter. Only by some miracle you will. Right? So what your grandkids going to face coming down? They're gonna face the hard things like what we facing now and even harder.
Right.
But if
Right.
we can put a stoppage to it and put something towards it and say, hey, listen, this is this and this is that. Let us see what we can get. It will send a message across.
Yo,
If
I
if
got you.
people just if people just do not vote, I don't care which party, just don't vote. They won't get anything. They're going, then you go and see what the outcome is when nobody vote for them, because you have to have a winner. And there's not going to be any winner. It's just going to be a draw.
That's true. I'll rock with you strong. I appreciate you. I got to get up out of here. So,
Okay, man.
hey
Nice
man,
talking to you.
I
Yeah?
want to get up with you again, man. I want to collab one more time, man. I appreciated this,
Hey,
cuz.
no problem, man. I'm following you, man. So you will see me, yeah?
All right, bet, man.
Yeah. Okay, see ya.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. These are the thing. Mm-hmm. These are the thing, man. You know, some things are going on, dread, man. I tell you the truth. Things can change, but people them have to unite. If the people them not unite, yo, me tell you the truth. Dead them are go dead in the game. Oh. Enough people, you know, me so wanna deal with and what have you, you know, so me just say, all right.
Okay. I'm back. I hope I'm back with the audio. Can y'all hear the audio? I'm sorry for the brief break. Let me get my picture back. Hold on one second. So, I appreciate the Jamaican brother who was up here, who had the words of wisdom. I don't know how to get my. Wish I can fix all this, but I'm gonna leave it like that for right now. So, American Negro is not from Africa. Prove me wrong. You know, prove me wrong. This is your chance to put your information up and question real Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is your chance. You know, anybody come up here. And I didn't plan on being up here for this long, but the brother from Jamaica wanted to give y'all a message on why you should, not care about these divisions. And he's right, but we care about it in North America because this is our land. We want to protect it. And our name means something. I wish somebody else would hop up here. I don't know why this just happened to me, man. Let me see if I could do something with this camera. It's not working. So somebody, asks questions, or other than that, you can read the screen. American Negroes got different blood than Africans. We come in different shades. That's why they call us Americans, because American mean brown, like Marico, Merino, Morena, Moray. What's my haplogroup? What's my haplotype? What's my haplotype? Why don't you come on up here? Yo, why don't you come on up here and hit the link? You want to talk DNA with me? Come on up here and hit the link. Yeah, let me see something. This will happen. So my haplotype is my haplo is the same as Albert Perry's. I'm in that Albert Perry haplo. Yeah. Hold on. I'm in that Albert Perry, sweetie. Oh, this can't be happening. But yeah, I'm chilling. You are a med student. I can unequivocally say that every human can trace their DNA back to El Cabalan. I disagree with you. In every shape, form, or fashion, I disagree with you. That's arguable. I disagree. I disagree with out of Africa and DNA. You cannot use ancestral DNA to determine one's geographical origins. Your statement is irresponsible, Christian.